Hi, we're back for another episode. For anyone who has been curious how I've been doing or whatever, or stumbles upon this, here it is. Sorry, I don't know why I even make these. I guess it's just some kind of way to vent, continuity. I don't know. But, yeah, things aren't really, improving. Surprise, surprise. Um, I do always try to like at least be sort of like well, present myself sort of well as far as how I look when I make these though. So at least I clean my hair. At least I'm clean. Although I don't know what is going on with my hair. It feels like some kind of fucking poofy like 80s shit with my bangs and stuff, but whatever. Uh, isn't that always the case? Um, yeah, I don't know. I like saw my mom recently and she like flipped the fuck out. She like yeah, she like sent me these crazy text messages about like how like she doesn't have a daughter anymore and like how she's gonna like try to get like a court order to like, take me away to like a psych ward or whatever. I don't know, get me institutionalized. It's nutty shit. Like I don't know. I just don't have the energy for this stuff. I mean, I don't have the energy for like much, but like I certainly don't have the energy to deal with like my mom trying to like fucking take me to court to like get me to see doctors or something or get me on medicine. Like I don't know. The worst part is I think she's doing it not out of really concern necessarily, but out of a want to control me, which is terrible. And if I do die, I hope these videos get out to her. And hold on. Sorry, cat. Happens. See? Now you know I'm a real person and not an AI. But anyway, that totally wouldn't be a fabricated thing. That's a real person, real life thing happening right there. Anyway, yeah, you know, even if I did die, I would hope she sees that to know, wow, I was being really selfish. I wasn't doing this because I was trying to help Jordan. I was doing this to fucking use her own problems as a tool to make her see me more, which is terrible. But whatever. That's just the kind of person she is. I guess. I mean, the thing is, I trusted her with like information about like how I like overdosed and like about like on the gabapentin or whatever, the Lyrica the other day, or like told her that because she like basically got me into like a false sense of security by like saying like, oh yeah, I've tried to kill myself, I've taken pills and blah blah blah. She gave me these very explicit stories about how it happened and all the gritty details, and I was like, oh okay, even though she's disobeyed that trust before for me, so I should have known better. I thought, yeah, this person, she's my mom and she's not gonna like she understands how it is. She's been through similar kinds of things. So you know what? Maybe she gets it. And I opened up about it because I thought it was fine to do so. And then she went and then she said, no, I won't tell anyone, obviously. So I thought, okay, she won't tell anyone, right? Wrong. She went and told my dad. She told my sister. She told, who knows, her parents. She told her therapist, who is the one who apparently I don't know, she was talking to some special therapist to figure out how to help me, which I guess was to get a court order to do God knows what, get me, force me to be medicated or institutionalized or to see her therapist because, yes, she wanted me to see her therapist specifically, not, whoever I was going to go to. And then she messaged all this stuff to me about how, I don't care, I'm not acting like a daughter, and I treat her like she's no one, which, I don't know. I do spend a lot of time not replying and stuff like that. That's true, but it's not like I don't care. I don't know. It's just like by doing that, you're not gonna like get somebody to like want to talk to you more. You're just gonna get somebody to like be like, oh, this is just too hard. Why am I even trying? And that is exactly how I feel anyway. Maybe she just doesn't understand the psychology of me. And I think I understand her psychology a little bit. It's one of trying to control people. It's kind of sick, but yeah, it is what it is. I guess, it's too bad. But yeah. Look, I heard from my sister through my dad that she's gonna lay off on that though, so it's all I can hope for, I guess. I mean, whatever. It's just too much shit to care about. I was in a really risky trade that was very reckless over the weekend last weekend. And yeah, as soon as the market opened, I mean, I actually could have been okay, but instead I like freaked the fuck out. I like got out right away, and if I waited a little bit, it would have been fine. I'm trying a different thing with like earnings again, but like in a different way, and that seems to be going pretty well. Although right now I'm not doing that over the weekend. I'm kind of in something a little risky, but I don't know. It's not that bad. I have a lot of room on this trade, so unlike what that other one was like. So I actually think this will be fine, but I got to learn to like take more of a hands-off approach on something like this. If it looks like it's close to one of the sides, I got to like leave it alone, and it'll come back. If I mess around with it too much, as soon as it gets close to the one side, it'll bounce back, and then the other side will now be brought in closer to accommodate for that, and then it'll just, it'll keep going back and forth between that, and I'll just kind of screw myself over, giving myself not enough room on both sides. I'll get tricked. So I think it's better if I just leave it alone. I think it'll be fine. So I think I'm going to take like a hands-off approach like that and leave it alone and hope for the best, basically, because I do have a lot of room on that one. And a lot can be made if I just like chill the fuck out. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna panic. I'm gonna be very chill about it. And for everything that's been going on with trading, I've learned to be pretty chill about it. It's like you do get kind of numb to it all and desensitized to it, which is kind of good in a way, because you're like, oh, whatever. And then it ends up being fine. Instead of being like, oh my god, I'm losing money, you just chill out, and then everything's actually fine, and then you're good, you're Gucci. So it's something to consider. Yeah, but yeah, so that should probably be fine, I think. As far as my mom stuff goes, though, I think that'll be okay too. I don't know. I talked to my dad about it and stuff, and it seems like everything's gonna probably be fine. It's just too much. Too much. I thought seeing her, I went and saw her over the weekend. I thought that was gonna like make her feel better, not like, or not over the weekend. When was it? It was last weekend. Gosh, feels like it was just the other day, but was it? Yeah, it was last Saturday. Was that a week ago? Fuck. What? I'm so confused. Oh my god, this is really bad. But yeah, maybe it was, yeah. But she sent the message like very recently. I don't know. I am doing very bad with time. And I think it also is making people not really like me or something, because I like forget to get back to them. And I just kind of seclude myself and isolate myself more and more. And it's not good. I don't know. I'll try to see a therapist soon. I think my dad's like gonna give me some kind of card or something I can use to like put on the files. So like when they ask for a card, I don't have to like deal with that anymore. I can like just use that one, and even though they're not gonna charge it, then I don't have to worry about like getting my stuff charged because I don't really have the money because I'm like a retard. But yeah, anyway, probably tried to do that. I don't really see how much they can help me. And everyone's like, oh, if you get medicated, you'll be so good. Oh, if you get medicated, like my mom, if you get medicated, you'd just be fine. You'd be totally fine. It would be great. Medication would fix all your problems. And it's like, I don't think so. It's like I have a lot of problems that aren't, necessarily even mental illness or whatever. They're like external factors that I can't control. Things that have happened to me, things that I don't know what I'm going to do about, things I'm very afraid of, and it's not just the fact that I'm like mentally ill or unstable or whatever. It's also that there's just shit that I'm afraid about, or stuff that like hurt me that I can't escape. And it sucks. So I don't know what the fuck pills are gonna do to help somebody with those problems. Tell me, what are the pills gonna do? Are they gonna like give me some kind of insane motivation to like not get bothered anymore by, I don't know, just the world, and just be like a totally different person? Do I even want to be a totally different person? I mean, yeah, I'm miserable, but at least I'm like, I got this special characteristic about it all, and I respect that. I respect that person. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just, yeah, I don't think I've been very good. I don't think people really like me anymore. I think I'm just kind of losing everything, and you might say, why don't you just do the pills? You have nothing to lose. And it's like, maybe, but it's not gonna help. It's not. That's how I feel. So, you know, I don't know. There's just not a good solution here. Hence the feeling of being trapped, right? You don't feel like there's anything you can do. You feel like you go one way, it's just another dead end. You go the other way, it's another dead end. You go every direction you could possibly think of. All the cardinal directions of the earth lead to void. All paths lead to void. And when you discover that all paths truly lead to void, or it feels that way even, you kind of despair. It's hard not to. Right? Am I being real here? It's hard not to. If all paths lead to void, how do you not just like give up? You're like, fuck. Well, I guess I don't really have many other choices. It's like, but the crazy thing is, I can't even kill myself because I gotta be quiet when I talk about this stuff. But yeah, because I feel like now that I've talked about that to my mom, now my dad's like on me about this stuff too, and it's like it's become this bigger thing that's actually making me feel even more anxious and shitty about it. So it's like, I don't know if this is a common thing, but it's like my own fucking despair has become something in its own right to like push me down from those around me, because I mean, my dad's being the best about it out of anyone, but still, it's like, I guess he wants to help. So it's like, in general, there's just a feeling of being trapped, because it's like, now I can't really easily find a way to do that if I need to. and I don't want to, die in this house. I don't want to die in this state, even if I'm honest. I don't want to give up here. It sucks here. I don't want this to be the last place I fucking exist in. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. I don't know. I'm sorry. I hope. I don't know. I wish there was just a way. I pray to things and I try to get their power and their help. And I mean, I don't know. It probably amounts to nothing. I've talked to a lot of people. A lot of them I end up pushing away. I don't even know why I do it. I don't know. I just feel so paralyzed. A lot of people, I miss them. It's interesting how fragile connections can be. I don't know. I got something from somebody very dear in the mail not very long ago, the same weekend. And it definitely moved me a lot. I should have been quicker to respond to her messages. Now I feel like, I don't know, she thinks I don't care or something. I feel like people think that when you don't respond to them enough, you suddenly don't care or something. I guess I get it, but I don't know. I just get so worked up in my own stupid shit. It doesn't even matter that I just ignore people. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I don't know. I hate myself. I guess I just wish I could find a way out. But it just seems so hopeless. And I don't know, way out doesn't mean like finding somebody to help me. I mean, I don't know if that's really what I even want. Because I had somebody a little, I don't know, I just didn't trust them. They were, I don't think they were well-meaning in a lot of ways, and I could feel it. They were very pushy, and they were trying to get me to live with them and stuff. And I barely knew them. And they even contacted me again after I blocked them on another account. And they were like really trying to like, I don't know, they're trying to get me into all this like hypnosis shit. It was very weird, and I was like trying to go along with it, but I don't know. I don't really feel very good about that person. They make me feel kind of bad, but they're very pushy. They've kind of left me alone though. I think if you ignore people enough, good or bad, they all go away. I wonder what happens when you ignore your own ego. Does that go away too? This is just what happens when people fall apart. They just lose touch of everything and everyone. And no one can save them because they're already dead to the world. Am I already dead to the world? Am I just a ghost or a skeleton with flesh painted around my casings? It's hard to say. There's things, I suppose, that could feel real about this world. But there's so many things that don't feel real about this world. It makes me wonder. I don't know. I know that there's no escape. Death isn't an escape. You're just shutting down. It's defeat, not escape. There is no escape. And that sucks. I guess I just wish I had a way to, like, chill out. I try to look into schemes. I try and try to find schemes to save me from this fucking doom. People probably think I'm just insolent and lazy, shitty, and I don't know. I just feel so hopeless. No, I just wish I had something to cling to. I just wish I had something to help feel okay. Something that I could say, look, I did that. I'm okay, world. A little boat in the vast ocean to float on and figure things out. It's just not there. Feels like it's not there for me. I don't know. It feels like nothing's really there for me. I don't know. Everybody says suicide is a selfish thing, but they don't realize the hypocrisy when they say that. They're ignoring the suicidal person and making it about themselves, which in turn is the most selfish thing that you could say. They're ignoring all the pain you feel and turning it into their problem. It's terrible. They're so blind they don't even see it. I don't know. Sure, you hurt people when you kill yourself. But it's like they don't have the basic human empathy to understand, wow, this person was in pain. Wow, this person went so far. Their pain pushed them so far. At the end of their life, they couldn't do it anymore. You know, I wish people could at least acknowledge that. It's like they speak of it like it's like they're just doing it because they want to hurt people. They don't, because they just don't care. I mean, sure, there's some of that, and that people will say, well, it's not my problem because I'll be dead, which, I mean, it's true. It's not. Once you're dead, it's not your problem. You're gone. But it's not like anybody kills themselves over something as simple as, it's not like anybody kills themselves to hurt other people. They do it because they are hurting. There are people, like people with borderline, you know, personality disorder where they'll try to kill themselves or they'll threaten to kill themselves to manipulate others and use people, like my mom. But generally it's not some kind of tactic meant to hurt others. It's just an unfortunate collateral damage. Is people who kill themselves often have somebody that will miss them, and it's very sad. I mean, it feels very bad, but when people are in pain, it's, you know, it's their life ultimately, and it's their choice. But I think, and sorry, I'm losing myself, but it's It's a very difficult choice. People don't just make this decision quickly and easily often. I mean, sometimes something happens, people react emotionally and they just reach for the nearest weapon or whatever that they have near them. Like they have a gun next to them, they react and they kill themselves, and that's it. But many times it's a long, thought out, calculated, methodical thing that people go through and run through the options, what will happen. They try to weigh the pros and the cons. They try to figure out if there's some way out, there's some alternative many times, or they try to figure out, is this really worth it? And they try to really live a lot of times. People, I mean, there's survival instinct, of course, but people don't really want to kill themselves. They just want to end their pain. And I think there's an empathy gap there for a lot of people where they don't understand that it's not about ending your existence so much as it is ending your pain. I don't know. Sorry, it's just frustrating, I guess, because it seems like a lot of people come from this subject of this come to this subject with like a lack of actual understanding, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? It's this thing where people just do thoughtlessly or carelessly, when many times people who kill themselves are very, torn over the decision for their own well-being and for those around them. They don't want to hurt people, and they do want to live in many cases. They just despair. That's what happens when you despair. You're like, you don't know where to turn, and it becomes the only control you have left. You lose control over everything. So the only control you have left is choosing when and how to end your life. It's sad when it comes to that, but it is probably a little empowering to know we all have the power of when to end our existence. And I think that's good. I think everybody should feel empowered that they have that ability. But it's not an easy thing. No one said it would be easy. But the weak and the downtrodden and the, hopeless, it's oftentimes the last resort. It's the last control they have to escape a hopeless fate that's leading nowhere. I don't know. I'd really like to find some hope, but I'm just not seeing it. I really, really just want to be okay. I just don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know where I'm going. I think I repeat that a lot. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's some kind of cope, or maybe I just really don't know what's going on. I just feel totally like flabbergasted, totally like caught off guard. Like, what the fuck is going on? What day is it? What time is it? What year is it? I don't know. I don't know why I'm laughing, but I think I just feel so lost, and I think that's what this all comes down to. So lost and so unable to find any way to recoup myself, any support. There's no support. It's like, yeah, there's people there to talk to me, I guess, like my dad. I have friends, but there's no lifeline. I have nothing I can grab onto and say, like, it's like, I feel like it's like you're in like a rapids rushing, and you just keep going through the rapids. You keep getting pushed through all of this water, and it's like, you don't know when it's going to end, when there's going to be like a waterfall that like totally plunges you down and you don't survive, but you're like along for the ride and you're just looking for any kind of support, like a rock or a stick or something to grab onto, but there's nothing. There's nothing to grab onto and like catch your breath. That's all you want. You just want to catch your breath. After everything that's happened, you just want to catch your breath, but you don't know how to. You don't know how to go forward because life keeps going forward. Life keeps coming at you faster and faster and faster. Everyone's coming at you faster and faster and faster. Everything's faster. It's accelerating. It's accelerating, and yet you're like getting more and more confused, more and more flustered, and more lost the more it does it, and eventually you just sort of become overwhelmed, and it starts to come over your head, and you start to drown slightly. You're like trying to push your head above water, and you're like, oh fuck, what's going on? And like, you're like trying to swim. You're getting tired the longer you try to swim, and it's just like this defeated thing. And every now and then you find like a little branch maybe, but it breaks because it's not really that strong. These forces are coming much faster than a little branch can hold up under. You need like an actual way out. You need something to actually float on and feel like you can catch your breath. But there is nothing. And you keep thinking, there has to be something I can do. I figured it out before, but it's not that simple. And it's so hard to accept that you can't solve these problems just by working harder at it. It's so hard to accept that it's just every time you try to make it better, every time you think you're getting there, it just gets worse. I don't know. It's pretty fucking hopeless, I guess, is all I can say. And I don't know. I feel like I'm pushing people away, people I care about. And I'm being really bad at that. I'm trying, but yeah, I do really feel pretty paralyzed. I keep reading about how there's like these like labor shortages and stuff, or like nobody wants to work these jobs, and there's like lots of jobs available. And it's like I was thinking like, oh, maybe I could work some like job that like pays a lot more than mine. It's like online, and I can just like save a bunch of money and do like seasonality based investing and get the fuck out of here. But I don't know, that doesn't sound really very plausible at all. I think I don't know, everything just sounds like really implausible and like it's not gonna work. Maybe I'm just defeatist about it, but I don't know. There's just not a good ending here that I see. Nothing's gonna save me. I'm not gonna figure out something in the nick of time. I'm not gonna, just get better. No one's gonna, present to me the solution to all my problems. It was in plain sight all along, and I just didn't see it. It's just not that easy. I'm never gonna get out of here. I'm never going to escape my mind. I'm never going to escape anything. The people I want to escape, the places I want to escape, the demons I want to escape, all of them, they just get a firmer grasp inside of my meat juices on my mind. The harder I pull away, the harder it pulls in. That seems to be the theme. The more you struggle, the tighter it pulls on you. It's like you should just lie down and stop fighting. But I don't want to stop fighting. I don't know how to stop fighting, even at my most dead. I don't know why. I feel like I should just lie down and rot, but I haven't submitted yet. I haven't rotted yet. I'm trying my hardest, okay? But it's just not enough. It's just not enough. Well, I'm sorry this wasn't a very positive video. It's probably a little pointless, but hope you're taking care of yourself, Anon. You know, I just want the best for everyone, even if I seem like a recluse. I only mean well. I really do. Goodbye. Take care.